Hello, everyone, and welcome again to our regulatory update meeting for October 2025. Today, we have a lot of new information, new updates that would be very interesting in different country or region. So we'll cover updates regarding medical devices and IVD in 6 countries: Thailand, Russia, India, Honduras, EAEU, and Malaysia. So in our first country today, Russia, the updates will be related to the extension of deadline for updating AR and technical and operational documentation. So in the first update, that is related with the extension of deadline for updating AR, we'll discuss the government resolution number 1206 that was published on August 13 of this year by the Russian Federation. So this resolution extends the deadline for updating information on authorized representative, and it took effect immediately upon official publication. So the key change is simple but significant. The deadline for updating authorized representative information has been extended by 1 year. Originally, manufacturers were required to comply by September 1st, 2025. With this amendment, they now have until September 1st of the next year, 2026. So it's important to highlight the potential consequence of missing this deadline. So if any manufacturer fails to update its representative information on time, the Russian authority is empowered to suspend that device registration certificate. So in our second update in Russia today, it will be regarding the technical and operational documentation. So let's start with an overview. Last April 11 of this year, the Russian Ministry of Health issued order number 181N, later registered by the Ministry of Justice on May 30 of this year. So the order officially comes into force on September 1st of this year and will remain valid until 2031. Its purpose is basically to establish the updated requirement for the content of technical and operational documentation prepared by medical device manufacturer. So let's have an overview about that. So this new order will replace the previously rules from 2017 and 2020, modernizing documentation standards. So we are talking about the technical and operational documentation. Let's cover both these two documentation, and it's apply either to domestic and foreign manufacturer. So the clause 3 introduces a key practical rule. Manufacturer only need to bring their technical and operational documentation into compliance when they make any change to the registration record of the medical device. In other words, when you submit an amendment or update, that's when you must align with the new requirement, not retroactively for all the products. So, and one of the most important updates involves information security. So for medical software and AI-based system, manufacturers must now describe how personal data is protected and how cybersecurity risks are mitigated. And the order also expands maintenance information, covering servicing intervals, spare parts, and user responsibility. Finally, it introduces new files requiring clarification on joint use with the devices from other manufacturers and statements on interchangeability, confirming when no technical limitation exists. So the technical documentation must be far more comprehensive than before. It now includes a detailed description of the device's function, design, and risk control measures supported by testing and validation results. And the operational documentation, essentially the user or service manual, has also been standardized. It must clearly describe how to install, maintain, and safely dispose of the device, including sterilization and reuse instruction when relevant. Importantly, it can now be provided electronically, for example, on the device screen or the manufacturer website, as long as user can easily access it. So for manufacturer, this order marks a major step forward in documentation expectation. While there is no immediate need to revise existing file, any new or modified registration would trigger compliance duty, as we already said. Let's move to India, our second country today, and the update is related to the new online provision for subsequent importers. So today we're reviewing the CDSCO circular released on September 5th of this year by the India Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So the country main regulatory authority for the medical devices, as you already know. This circular introduces a new online provision for subsequent importers in the CDSCO portal. So it's aimed to simplify import procedure for already approved medical devices and IVD. Let's see how. So the main purpose, as we said, is the simplification, basically. So the authority continues to enhance its regulatory system by promoting transparency and accountability. And the goal here is to reduce approval time and make it easier for importers to bring already approved medical devices into India. So, to prepare for this reform, the authority has already taken several digital modernization steps. They have added helpful tool tips on their website to guide applicants and have simplified the brand approval process, separating it from routine endorsements application. These updates are all designed to streamline submission and make the portal more user-friendly. And so the core announcement is that a separate provision for subsequent importer has been added to the authority online system. It becomes functional from September 11 of this year and is available on the authority online portal. This applies to importer of medical device and IVD that are already approved in India by the Central Licensing Authority under the Medical Devices Rule 2017. And importer wishing to bring in devices already approved in India can now apply directly under the subsequent imported category. There is a category, so they can easily check this option, and they follow specific checklists published by the authority for this purpose. The system basically aims to ensure faster turnaround and clarity in documentation, removing repetitive approval steps. So some documentation that are already submitted for the approval would not be again submitted for the importers. So that's basically the simplification of adding importers. And in our third country today, Honduras, the update is related to medical devices exempt from registration. So here, let's begin with a brief overview. So on August 12 of this year, Honduras, the national ARSA, the National Regulatory Agency, issued communication. As you can see here, the number of the communications, see ARSA 013V1. This update replaces the 2020 communication and provides an updated list of medical devices that are exempt from sanitary registration. So it aims to clarify which products still require authorization and which are not excluded from the ARSA registration obligation. So it's an exhaustive list. The update is issued under Article 53 of the 2023 regulation for the sanitary control of medical devices. This article defines the condition for exemption from registration. Generally, devices of low sanitary risk due to their nature and intended use. So even if they are exempt, these products remain of sanitary interest. So they still require an authorization of exemption from the authority before importation or commercialization. The purpose of this new communication is to simplify the classification and compliance for stakeholders. It provides a clear separation between devices that remain exempt, those that now require registration, and those that are completely out of the authority authorization scope. So this structure gives importer and distributor better regulatory predictability. So the updated list is extensive, covering more than 100 product types grouped in multiple categories. These include orthopedic, physical therapy, hospital, furniture, optical, and clinical use devices that are of low risk. For these products, importer must still request an authorization of exemption, but no registration is required. Now, a crucial part of this update is the list of devices that are no longer exempt and now require registration. So this includes various diagnostic, dental, consumable products. You can find all this detail on this communication. Consumable products that have been reclassified as high risk, so that's why now they need to be registered. So importers of these devices must now obtain registration before placing them on Honduras markets. Another new category lists devices that the authority no longer regulate them at all. So these are low impact, low non-medical tools such as teaching models, protective eyewear, or software used just for training. So manufacturers and importers of such products are free from any ARSA registration or authorization for exemption. Importantly, the new regulation includes a 60-day transition period. Any previous exemption issued under the 2020 communication are now void. So company must either reapply for classification or update their exemption authorization within this time frame. Registration in process for newly exempt devices must be formally withdrawn and resubmitted as exemption requests. So now we reach halfway of the presentation today. In the second part, we'll start with the EAEU. The updates will be related to the extension of national registration procedure for medical devices. So on September 10 of this year, the Eurasian Economic Union published Council Resolution number 23 on its legal portal. And this resolution officially approves the draft protocol on amendments to the 2014 Agreement on Uniform principle and rules for the circulation of medical devices. So the draft protocol is now being sent to member states to complete domestic ratification procedure. Now, the original 2014 agreement was designed to harmonize device regulation across the Union by phasing out national systems in favor of single Eurasian procedure. And at the current text, national registration was scheduled to expire in 2025. However, many manufacturers and authority expressed concern that the transition was progressing too slowly to meet that deadline. So the new protocol specifically amend Article 11 of this agreement, and it extends the deadline for conducting national registration procedure from the end of 2025 to the end of 2027. Additionally, the period for making changes to existing national registration document is extended until the end of 2028. So in practice, this means that manufacturers can still register devices through national routes for 2 more years. So the protocol entered into provisional application on September 10. For countries whose law do not allow provisional application of treaty, it will apply only after the national ratification procedure are complete. So the protocol will fully enter into force once the Eurasian Economic Commission receives final notification from all member states via diplomatic channels. Extend the national registration is a pragmatic move for the EAEU Council. It gives regulatory authority and manufacturer an additional time to adapt to the Eurasian registration model without jeopardizing market continuity. So the extra 2 years will help avoid supply interruption and reduce regulatory backlogs as the Eurasian framework continue to mature. So each member state has been asked to inform the Commission within 90 days on their progress in ratification. For industry participants, the message is clear. So you have a limited window to finalize national registration and prepare for the full shift of the Eurasian authorization by 2028. In summary, the Eurasian Economic Union has formally extended the national registration timeline for medical device until the end of 2027, with a 1-year grace period for document amendment. The measure is now awaiting member states' ratification before becoming fully binding. This extension provides a smoother, more manageable transition toward a unified Eurasian regulatory system. So now we move to Malaysia, our second to last country today. The update is related to Malaysia recognized as NDSAP affiliate member. So on September 25 of this year, Malaysia Medical Device Authority, or MDA, officially announced its recognition as an affiliate member of the Medical Device Single Audit Program, or NDSAP. This achievement marks a major step in Malaysia's alignment with global regulatory best practices in the medical device sector. So the recognition was granted by the MDSAP Regulatory Authority Council on September 16. Through this milestone, Malaysia joins a network of global regulators that recognize the value of a unified audit system. It reinforces MDA commitment to enhancing oversight while reducing unnecessary duplication of regulatory audits. So to clarify, the MDSAP allows manufacturer to undergo one comprehensive quality management system audit that is accepted across multiple jurisdictions. This reduces redundant audits and speed up regulatory access. By joining as an affiliate member, Malaysia now recognize MDSAP report and certificates as valid evidence of QMS compliance. The new MDSAP-based process will apply to two main regulatory pathways: the establishment licensing and medical device registration. Both for local and foreign manufacturer can benefit from the recognition, provided the audit meets the MDA verification requirements. Finally, we are in Thailand, our last country today, and the update is related to new online system for medical device advertising authorization. We walk very fast today in the presentation. This document, issued by the Medical Device Control Division of the Thai FDA, introduces the new online advertising authorization system for medical device. So the system is operated via the previous website and allow applicant to obtain advertising approval electronically. It was first released in February of this year, first edition, and updated twice, most recently in June to improve functionality and user guidance. So the guidance explains how authorized user can submit advertising approval requests online. It details step-by-step procedure for system access, authorization rights, submission, and approval, all within the previous platform. So before using the system, user must create a digital ID through Thailand Digital Government Agency. After that, they submit a formal request to the Thai FDA to activate system access. And once approved, user can log in and begin submitting application directly through the pre-FUS platform. And the previous system represents a major modernization, as you might see in this new regulation. It's replaced paper-based advertising application with a completely electronic workflow, ensuring faster turnaround, improved traceability, and reduced administrative error. Thank you. Thank you for your attendance and welcome questions that are related to our presentation today, please.
Yes, hello, hi, Man. Thank you for the presentation. I have a question regarding Malaysia. So you mentioned that it's now an affiliate member of the SAP, but it's not a full member. Can you please explain that?
Yes, I said that it is now an affiliate member, not a full member. There is a difference. Now it is Malaysia recognized the MDSAP audit report and certificate, but does not yet participate in joint audit oversight. So it recognized this document for the registration, but it is not participating in audit as a member. This has become possible when the Malaysia become a full member. But it's step toward full participation, showing like, so the MDSAP certificate will replace the QMS audit requirements for licensing and registration. And this will avoid the duplicate of audits. But there is some Malaysian specific check that's still needed, like for post-market surveillance or something, or labeling, etc. But it's for in terms of registration, it's a big step, because if you have already the MDSAP, the QMS certificate will be accepted if there is already an MDSAP report, audit report. Yes?
you.
You're welcome. Yes, Gabi?
I have
Hello?
a question about India. Can I ask first?
Yes?
Okay. So first of all, thanks for the presentation. So
You're
what's the purpose of having a new category in the CDSCO system for the subsequent importer? So what is that for?
So this is basically to not, it is faster to like it's speed up the import process, or the process certification, because it's avoid duplication of documents. It is under the same category of an already approved medical device or IVD. So you can just add click on the subsequent importer, and there is less required document than previously existing method that was like adding importer. So they might ask you for a lot of documents that were already submitted under the registration of that device.
Okay, so it's for the registration, not for the importation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, we have Carolina Usuala.
Yeah, this is Carolina. Thank you for this presentation. Very good. Just a question: are you going to share this presentation? It could be very useful for me.
Yes, of course. We will share the presentation, and also you can access the whole recording on our channel in YouTube. For
Okay.
this one or for all the past webinars. We have been, yes. So you
Great.
have in YouTube channel.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Any question, you can also send an email. We'll be welcome to answer.
Thank you. Perfect.
You're welcome. Yes, Uswala. Hello. How are you? You are muted. Can we unmute her? Or can you write? Sorry. Yes. Not working. Can you write the question on the chat?
Iman, it's for India. I think she brought it already.
For India, could you please clarify the timeline for registration under the new subsequent importer process? Also, does this new change apply to renewal? My mic is not working, so could talk directly. For India, timeline for registration under the new subsequent importer. I don't have this information right now. It was not like highlighted in this communication, but I can look for this for it and send you later by email the response. Does it new change apply to renewal? This is it's just for adding importers. Okay. For renewal, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe. Have to look into this information. Uswala will send you the response by email. Thank you. Yes, I think we don't have any additional question. Thank you so much for your participation, and hope to see you in our next regulatory update meeting or RegTalk for November 2025. On December 2025, we will do like a summary of all the most important information that we have shared all during this year. And you are always welcome to participate and to attend our meeting. Thank you so much and see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
You're
ma'am. Bye.